Mini drivers, we've got the Elyte Mini from Callaway and the beautiful R7 Quad mini driver from Taylormade. If you're looking for one of these and wondering which one's best for you, I'm going to give you a quick compare to show you exactly the differences or similarities between these two drivers. Taylormade R7 Quad, to kick us off, anyone who remembers this club, you're definitely going into the worlds of time before. You know, it's like this beautiful, I mean, I remember this brand from years ago, so we're revisiting for lots of you watching. It might be the first time you've seen this club. Smaller head, black heads, kind of off black face, giving it some contrast. Taylormade lineup line on the top. And it's got all those R7 Quad looks and beautiful kind of retro styling. But it comes with modern pack design. So we get twist face, we get the speed pocket on the back, 4 changeable weights, changeable neck. It's a 305cc head. It's got the infinity carbon crown, saving and giving it this clean look on top. And to be fair, it's a big freewood, small driver. It does look a little smaller down by the ball, giving you two feelings. One, maybe of some versatility. I do feel more wild with this club, to be fair. We'll compare that in the test. Because it's that bit smaller, you might feel like you might be able to do some stuff with it. But two, it does look a little bit punishing because it's small. Gotta hit a straighter one than that last one. Here we go, let's give it a better test. And it's got like quite a firm, that's a better straighter one. It does drift a bit to the right. It's got a firmer sound to it. It's got quite a, I think, harsh sound, like quite aggressive to it. It's not tingy, but it doesn't feel, obviously we've got carbon going on in lots of their clubs. It just feels quite hard. So the Elyte Mini from Callaway, this is a 340cc head, and you can see it down by the ball. It looks deeper, it looks a little bit bigger. It's got a very different look to it in its carbon dull top to its kind of slightly shiny to slightly dull top on the Taylormade. I wouldn't say I prefer one or the other on looks, but I do prefer the bigger head of the Elyte Mini. Sits nice and square down by the ball. Looks really good, the Elyte Mini too. Now this has a very similar sound to the driver, so the Elyte driver. If you buy into the Elyte range, this basically is just a shrunken down version, where the R7 Quad is just basically like an old driver but be released in a smaller version. Oh, I've hit that pretty rank, and that's going to do okay, and that's the point. That slightly bigger head on this one helps me feel like I can, like, such a bad hit, but makes me feel like I can get away with it a bit more. The Taylormade, I feel like you do have to be on the button with it, bearing in mind you've got a length, club size of head and loft, which is going to require you to be kind of half decent. We get the 10 times AI face on the Callaway, which we've seen on the drivers. Got the OptiFit hosel setting for neutral fade bias. And we get the firmer forged crown and aerospade grade carbon fiber. Again, all optimized tops. The Elyte has 4 weights, so 1, 2, 3, 4, and a front weight here. These are the ones you'll really interact with, and the changeable neck. The Quad also has 4 weights, so 2 at the front here, and then we get 2 set into the back, like 2 little eyes at the back with a changeable neck. So we'll do a little test at the end to see which one can hit it down maybe the narrowest fairway you've ever seen, which we'll show you on the Skytrack range in a second. It's a fantastic practice facility. For me, on looks, I think the Callaway works if you want to use it driver, particularly, you know, most times. I think the R7 Quad is good if you're going to maybe hit a few from the deck and then from the tee, and you're really going to move it and shape it. You want something small. I think for friendlier reasons, most people would be better off with the Elyte. Now, I've got the 11.5 loft in both of these, and I wouldn't hit these from the ground. That's just not enough loft. That's basically a driver off the deck. You can up the loft on both of them. I've got a 13-ish degree in the Elyte, and obviously you could move this up near a 13. Then you would start to play it a bit from the ground and the tee, subject to how you would play a mini driver. Let me know in the comments if this is a club you're after. Are you looking for it for what percentage from where? From like 80% from the tee, 20% from the ground, 100% from the tee, never from the ground? Let me know down below. For looks and feels, I'm going to sneak the Callaway but the R7 Quad is retro cool. Now I hit lots of shots with both clubs, really interesting data. The ball speed was slightly higher with the Callaway, 1.75 on average with standard deviation overlapping, so 1.75 more ball speed. The backspin was nearly 800 revs more with the Elyte Mini over the R7 Quad, just giving me a more sustainable flight, giving me a better flight as a whole. The R7 Quad is a bit of a bullet machine, you know, low spin bullet machine, which again, I think just leans it more towards that slightly better player who's a bit rubbish with their driver and wants a flat driver-like kind of flight, but from a more manageable length and lofted club. So carry distance for me with the Mini was nearly 10 yards longer. And again, that was just on sustainability of, I hit a lot of shots, so over a lot of time, not hitting the middle every time. It just kept sneaking out there with the friendlier head. And I found it a little bit more accurate in the Mini as well. Again, the bigger head for me is just helping me miss hit, but keep that ball more on target. Now remember, these are my numbers, so you would need to compare for yourself. If I just loved the R7 Quad, I wanted the smaller head, I could up the spin a little bit by changing obviously around the neck settings. But for me, I just think it's definitely R7 Quad is for that bullet ball kind of longer if you wanted lower spinning rolling out drives. Because again, with my numbers, the carry was longer in the Elyte, but the rollout numbers were very similar. How about that for fairway? So we see who wins on that fairway. Best out of three. Elyte first, which would be my kind of one of choice if I was in this bracket of club. To be fair, I'm not. I just think this is, for lots of golfers, the Mini driver is a bit of a pointless club. I'm going to try and send them, but can I hit this narrow fairway? Stay left, stay left, stay left, stay left, just. I would take that. So it's 263 carry, 273 total. I would take that with that club. A bit close to the trees. All right, let's see how R7 Quad compares. Felt okay. Is it left? No, that's spot on. Look at that. Boom! I would say R7 Quad wins there. Great carry, 269. Do you see what I mean? These clubs are going to overlap. The more shots I hit, I'm going to find that they are pretty much the same club. They're going to just keep overlapping. Right, 1-0 to R7 Quad. That was a lovely drive. Good distances, so let's give it the honour for the next one. Again, I'm trying to hit this far. I'm trying to send it. Look at that. I mean, and this is obviously a super narrow fairway. Taking both of those, 263 carry, 280 plus rollout, obviously predicted. Loving that all day. But look at the spin, again down there at 2.9. It's definitely a low spinning, more of a driving kind of club, which I would like in this situation. It's working great. 263 carrying pretty straight. I think this game is over unless Elyte Mini does something massive here. Hit a right, but a bit right, I think. Yeah. Oh, I reckon the R7 Quad on this little game has got it. That's longer, isn't it? Exactly the same. Like I'll take all of those drives. The big thing that's really interesting with both of these, and again, you can see the spin there, 3-4. It's such a different spin model with these clubs, is that is a super narrow fairway. And I do feel like I could bang it down there most of the day. Where with my driver, I would hit a driver here because I'm a bit crazy like that. I like my driver, but I definitely would miss it more. If you want a little bit more accuracy, you struggle with your drivers, these are things you should definitely be trying. If you like the smaller head, you like the retro feel, R7 Quad might be your one. If you want more forgiveness, I would go more for the Elyte. I do think the Elyte feels nicer. The Quad is a little firm feeling off the face, but that's my personal preference. Which one would you go for and why? Remember, if you want to find out how to actually hit your drive better, this video is going to answer that question better than any of these. Remember to subscribe if you're not subscribed already to the channel.